Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have all been giving me thus far. If you are new here, my name is Simone and it's a pleasure having you. Please join the family, and by doing so I mean subscribing and liking and interacting with me in the comment section. Today's video is going to be a little bit heavy. It highlights what's going on in America right now, and I'm sharing with you my stance and what a lot of Americans should be standing on, because it's the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Where do I start? I've literally been contemplating like what is my starting point for like 4 days now. I've been meaning to film this video, and I decided to start with us. Let's start with ourselves. So in the wake of all this police brutality situation, I have seen multiple people of color, right, stepping up to the plate saying a whole lot of nothing. What do you mean by a whole lot of nothing? They saying something. Yeah, of course they're saying something, but it's a whole lot of nothing. You know why? Because to sit there and one, invalidate other people's feelings and experiences, two, talk about, oh, we're delusional for even, doing what we do because that's not the way to do it. Or if y'all want to make real change, y'all need to get into law enforcement, y'all need to get into positions of power, y'all need to become presidents, y'all need to be district attorneys and prosecutors and defense attorneys and all that, and that's beautiful. It sounds amazing in retrospect. However, you're sitting there asking me to sacrifice all the rest of my time to go back to school and acquire these positions of power when there's a problem happening in our faces. So ignore what's going on right now. Just go to school and then maybe you can have a say-so. That's not gonna work, and it has not worked, okay? And we're tired. We are tired. And do y'all understand that divided will fall, united will stand? And they know that, so they're gonna keep going around sowing seeds of discord and seeds of confusion, and that we will never be on the same page with each other. You know why? Because in our minds, we still validate the feelings like, oh, okay, this is not the way, or, maybe there's a better way. You know what? Use what you have. Use what you have to compensate what you don't have. Bring it on back to the past, right? Sister Rosa. Sister Rosa was on the bus. They have the bus in sections, colored only, white only, and Sister Rosa sat there. Sister Rosa said, I ain't moving. Sister Rosa did not say, I'm going to get off this bus, I'm going to go get some sisters from the church, we're going to come back, occupy Wall Street, and if they got to move me, they got to move us, because they can't take all of us off the bus. Sister Rosa said, no, I'm here now. There's a problem happening right now. I am not moving. And what did she do? She sat there. She occupied Wall Street all by herself. And thankfully to Sister Rosa, we can all sit wherever we want on the bus. Real change came about because of that one moment. They don't hear us until we're loud. They don't hear us until we start standing up for what we believe in, because they're scared. I'm sorry. They're scared of us, And I feel like most of the racial tension that goes on in this country and goes on against us is because they have nothing else to come at us with. They have nothing else to come at us with. And they're scared that one day we're going to be like, you know what? We're done fighting and killing each other, all right? We're going to face the real enemy. And they are, because they have oppressed us for years and they're not apologetic about it. What do you mean they're not apologetic about it, Simone? Did you not see all those people, them come up talking about, oh, I'm resigning, or, this is not okay, or I'm with black people and Black Lives Matter and I'm in solidarity? Yeah, I see that. But what are those words followed up with? I'll wait, because they've been doing that for years. I'm not saying like all of them are bad people. It's just until I see real change, then you're with them. You just want to say something in the moment, because if you don't, then it makes you look crazy. The real issue. So if you're a black person, right, and you're sitting there talking about, oh, all of this because of one man, what happened to all the others that have died? And we haven't done all this protesting, and we haven't done this, and we haven't done that. Oh, what about black on black crimes? Oh, what about colorism? You know what that is? Deflecting from what's happening, deflecting from the real issue. The issue is, countless time there are black people murdered at the hand of law enforcement for absolutely nothing. Okay? And this was our last straw. That was it. That was our last straw. Because for years we've been hashtagging, and they have been protests, just not as big as this one. You know why? Because for years a lot of people try to put in the back of their mind, or just completely ignore the fact that, you know, we're dying in large numbers. They're killing us all the time for no reason. And we literally just witnessed a murder, you know? A murder. Oh, would it have been different if he just shot him? You know? No. No. Too many fallen angels. We're tired. Tired. We don't want... Are you serious? Are you okay? One man's death. Let's go back. Let's go back. Trayvon Martin. Eric Garner. Breonna Taylor. Ahmad Arbery. Tatiana. Sandra Bland. And those are just a few. You don't see a problem. We're mad that people who do things to us do not get fair punishment. We're mad that if you arrest two people, one of a white descent and one of a black descent, the black man is not going home. The black man may not even wind up in jail. They're dead. They're dead. Why are the people who are supposed to protect and serve us killing us? Why? No one is supposed to die of a traffic stop. No one is supposed to die being pulled over. You guys, getting pulled over by the cops for a black person is traumatizing as ever. How do you know, Simone? I've been pulled over before for well, it's not broken taillight, but like my bulb wasn't working, and she let me go or whatever. But I was terrified. I wasn't even moving or anything like that. I'm sitting there and I'm driving after the stop, and my heart is still beating fast. Like, I don't know what could have happened. Yes, I have my license. Yes, I have my registration. Yes, I have a clean record, and so do many, but they still die, and nobody faces punishment for that. Nobody gets locked up for that, and if they get locked up, they're on bail. Why are you putting someone on bail who just murdered someone on for the whole world to see? And they're like not facing hard time like they give to our black brothers they catch on the street for like 0.5 bag of weed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're pretty pissed, you know. And this was just the cherry on top of a very large sundae. Okay, it took us a long time because we're just like, all right, we spoke up about this, you know, it's not gonna happen again. Or you know what, we elected a black president, so he gonna take care of all that. Or he gonna push for reform in the prison system, and you know, get gun control and make sure that these cops are having psychological evaluations before they're given a badge and a gun. But did that happen? It didn't happen. It did not happen. And first of all, this whole going to school thing really can't sit right with me, because I'm going to talk about that institutionalized racism. Yes, the go up the ladder and then we're going to give you a degree, and then when you get your degree, you're going to have so many opportunities. What do y'all say in the new generation? Cap. That's all cap. You know why? And I've been meaning to tell this to my high schoolers that just graduated. Congratulations, sweetie. Congratulations, king. You know, one milestone down, 100 more to go. Okay? Because if you go into college with the mindset that after I graduate, the world's going to have a whole set of opportunities and they're going to be ready to hold me with open arms. You know what? The world ain't ready for me. You're right. You're right. The world's not ready for you, because when you get out, what they're going to tell you is that you need more school. And then they're going to tell you that in order for you to go back to school, you need a loan, because financial aid doesn't cover past undergraduate school. Then you're going to go get that extra schooling, put yourself in, I want to say $50,000 in debt. And with that degree, you think, the world's ready for me now. gonna go to a job interview and they're gonna tell you that you need additional schooling. And that additional schooling requires, I don't know, another $50,000 on top of the years. What are you, 30 now? Yeah, 30 now. And then after you finish with that schooling, you're gonna be like, all right, the world's ready for me now. You know, old and everything. And then you're gonna get into the world, and the world's gonna tell you, all right, now you just need overseeing or overshadowing hours. And then, and only then, will you be able to have a backbone, and that you'll be able to make real change in your community, and you're gonna be an inspiration, and they're gonna clap for you really hard because you made it. You know why? Because they never thought you would. You know, they thought you were gonna stop after undergraduate because it requires you to dig a little deeper into your pocket. Kudos to you if you made it or if you're trying to, but I just don't want you to go into college thinking that when you get out, there's a whole world of possibilities, because that, my friend, is something that you have to be really, really ready to accept, because the world will look at you with that bachelor's in hand and say, so what? So what? You sat through 4 years and learned how to follow directions, and you learn how to do coursework and write things on paper, because that's all it is. That's all they see it as. I'm sorry. Are you saying it's virtually impossible for me to get where I want to go with a bachelor's degree? No, I'm just saying all that thought and idea, preconceived notion you have in your head, I want you to put it aside for a moment and focus on what's in front of you. I want you to find every alternative there is and every resource there are to help you in the direction to which you want to go. I mean, do your research to find every axe, every chainsaw, every cutlass that could cut down any tree in the direction to which you want to go, so that when you graduate and folks tell you that you need additional schooling, you're able to just suck it up and move on and, you know, find a way to get where you want to go, is what I'm saying. You understand? Combating the systematic racism that's happening in our society today. What can I do? I don't understand. I don't know where to stand. I don't want people to look at me crazy because I'm standing up for something. Or something like this, which is kind of sowing discord and reaping hate and preaching hate. I'm going to start here. Black lives matter. And that's the least we're asking for. We're not saying every other life doesn't matter. What we're saying, though, is our lives are the only lives that's put on the line when it doesn't have to. We are the only ones dying. We're the only ones who are not given fair opportunities. We're the only ones who are not given fair housing and a fair chance to be in this country, all because of the way the system is set up to keep us oppressed. And if for years you have not seen that, and you have seen the turn of events that's happened within the last month, and you're still sitting there talking about all lives matter, you got a bigger problem on your hands, honey. And I know it ain't my problem, it's your problem. Clean the lenses, clean your lenses, okay? And look carefully at what's been happening. And if you're not outraged and you're not fed up and you're not upset, you need to create time to seek God and ask him to give you a heart, ask him to give you a soul, a mind, and a spirit to stand up for something. Stand up for your brothers and sisters that you see slain on television, slain on the internet, slain, executed. Okay? Ask God for a heart, because you don't have one. If you're still sitting there and you're talking about these people are crazy. These people are crazy. And how come Black Lives Matter? We all have situations going on in our lives. But do you still have your son sitting next to you? Do you have to talk to your son about police brutality? Do you have to sit there and talk to your family members about when you go out, this is how you should treat people who are different from you? Because if you do, then we have a problem in our society. Because if you do, then I don't know. The rest of the people who are protesting, they're standing for something. They're not doing it in vain. They're not crazy people. And it doesn't matter how other people try to perceive the Black Lives Matter movement. If you sit there and you look at the facts from Eric Garner all the way till now, it's not a moment. Black Lives Matter is a movement, okay? We're going to keep standing up. We're going to stand up for our rights. We're going to stand up for what they promised us in this society right here in America. Our backbones have grown, honey. And they showing now. They showing now. Because in the wake of all this protesting, we got the officers charged. First he wasn't locked up. We got him locked up. We got him charged. We got everybody making changes. You know why? Because we're here. We're loud and we're proud. Yeah, we're going to come and take everything that we deserve in this land, because this is what God gave us. This is the card God gave us to deal with, and we will deal with it. We're human beings. We're just like you. We came from Adam and Eve. We separated because of the Temple of Babel they were building, right? And God had to confuse them with languages. And if you can't agree, then you can't walk together. That's what the word tells you, right? Exactly. So some of us moved north, some of us moved south, some of us moved east, some of us moved west. The sun stays where the sun is. Some of us were closer to the sun, so we have that pigmentation. We got that melanin. Yeah, but we're still humans. If you cut me, I bleed red, and so do you. If you need an organ, and God forbid, I want to donate one to you, it'll work. You know why? Because we are all human. The richest man in the Bible, the wisest man in the Bible, Solomon, was a black man. And he had to face all what we were facing, even with all his money and his riches. But we're here to say no more. It still surprises me that this generation is the one that's standing up. Because the generation before that, they just dealt with it. The generation before that, they dealt with it. Martin Luther King days, they didn't deal with it. And we for sure ain't gonna deal with it now. We black, we proud, and we're here. We're here. We're here to take everything that belonged to us. Our ancestors built this country. You better research it. You better research it. The ground that you're walking on, our people paved. The architecture that you're looking at, our people designed it. Y'all better wake up. Y'all are kings and y'all are queens. You have to walk as such, talk as such. Let's stop pulling down each other. Let's stop being divisible. We're stronger together, y'all. Okay? And in that strength, you got to do your research. You got to see where your people come from, so you can have that knowledge and have that motivation that the rest of us have. Yes, all lives matter, because God created everybody. But we are the ones with the problem. We are the ones who are hurting. Because every time we look outside at our children playing, or our brothers playing, or our cousins playing, we don't know if they're going to return home. We got to hold on to our children and our sons and our family members closer than any other race. All because we don't know what could happen at any moment. Yes, natural disasters happen. Yes, accidents happen. But it ain't no accident for a black man to be killed by no cop. It's not an accident. It has not been an accident. That man kept his knee on that man's neck for 8 minutes. That was not an accident. All those people that witnessed it, that was not an accident. And yeah, we're mad. It's us or else. No justice, no peace. So if you're white and you saw this video and it got you feeling some type of way, I don't blame you if you're a younger white person, because y'all obviously taught hate. And I'm saying right now that you have a choice. You can either choose what your parents are telling you, choose what your ancestors are telling you about the black race and everything, and I lived in Alabama and I this and I that, and I get it. But understand that right now, if you're being fueled with the information that is on the World Wide Web and on the media, and you still continue to hate, then understand that it's a choice, and there's nothing we could do about that. But for those of you who get it and you feel it and you see it and you don't like it, you want it to stop because you have the same understanding that I have and all my brothers and sisters have, then kudos to you. And I know you want to know, how can I help? How can I prove that I'm with y'all? All that. Start by educating your parents, educating your friends, educating everyone who's in your life, who have an idea about the black race, and categorize us, not even categorize, just generalize us to loud and wrong, okay? Categorize us to, oh yeah, they are their ancestors, they ain't gonna get nowhere. If they have that kind of mentality, it is your job. If you care and you want to do something for us, it's your job to educate them. Tell them, no, this is not the way. Yes, you're older than me. Yes, you're bigger than me. You may have more experiences than me, but you're wrong. These people are just like us, and they trying to get somewhere, okay? In a system that has us bound. And yeah, we're privileged, and that's a step too, you know. Acknowledge that you have white privilege. Last point. I saw the president holding a Bible, right? And y'all remember back in slavery days when they didn't want to educate us and teach us to read and write, and they would like read the Bible to us and everything like that, and we were over here like soaking it up, right? I want you to separate God from religion. Separate Jesus Christ from religion. So please, y'all, God and religion have nothing to do with what that man or what the KKK is doing, okay? Jesus is not like that. Jesus paid the price for all of us. Jesus ain't got nothing to do with race. Jesus ain't got nothing to do with hate, because even if, matter of fact, I can't even say he don't got nothing to do with race, because Jesus was black. Yeah, Jesus was black. So I don't understand why they use Jesus as a prop, because he was a white man. And if you got Jesus, the white statue, laying in your house, sweetie, get rid of that. That's an idol. That's an idol, because that's not Jesus. The people that saw Jesus, they can't live to describe, they couldn't live to draw a picture of him. They describe him, say he got hair like wool, you know, dark skin, not super dark, but like mud skin, clear skin. Their own agenda. The KKK using the Bible to promote their agenda is complete bogus, okay? Jesus is not in the business of oppressing people. Jesus is not in the business of using supremacy or anything like that. Frankly, the only thing supreme is God, because he's sitting on the throne. So if they're not preaching that, they're preaching a false religion. They're not preaching Christianity. Yeah, they got the Bible. Do they even know half of what's written in there? Because if they open their mouth to tell it to you, it's all Jesus is love. Come on. Come on. And if God don't care about race and racism, how did he prepare Moses to take his people from Egypt into the promised land? Y'all see, it don't make no sense. But the Bible tells you that in the last days, man, not even in the last days, period, that man will use the word of God for their own personal gain. And it's happening now, but they have to answer for that. So if you're using that as a reason as to why you won't convert or why you won't give your life to Jesus Christ, it's complete bogus. I'm telling you right now. Jesus is love. He's not in the business of that, okay? All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into my video today. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I am very appreciative of all the love and support that y'all have been giving me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and just stick with me, okay? So without further ado, I'm hoping to see you in my next video.